Thank you so much for joining us. Still watching the breakfast show, Millennium Kwacha, your first and only business breakfast show, which has now become your favorite in the country. Now, on this segment, what we do now is to ensure that you are recharged with the right information. And of course, our resident coach is always at hand to give us the right information. Thank you so much for always finding time to accommodate us on Millennium Kwacha.
My pleasure. I just love being here with you and connecting with you all and just sharing some wonderful positive tips that are going to help you to live a happier, calmer, and more heart-centered and grounded life.
Awesome. Today we begin a series.
Yay!
We are excited.
We are very.
Tell us about the series.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a mini series. We're gonna be sharing over 5 separate episodes, and like I said, I really felt it was on my heart to give you some quick practical tips and understanding. You know, we don't necessarily have to learn for hours and hours and go to sessions and sessions. The most powerful things can be just put across shortly, succinctly, and yet they can have the impact to change our lives. And I'm in the business of helping people to move away from stress and anxiety, to move away from past pain and trauma, and to help them to live, like I said, a happy, heart-centered, focused, grounded life. And this is what this mini series is all about. Get away from stress and anxiety so that you can live, I'm going to say it again, a happy, calm, heart-centered, grounded, and focused life.
Awesome. Today we're talking about the power of your daily practice.
Yes.
That's a topic for today. Let's quickly run through that.
Okay, so your daily practice is so valuable to setting up your experience in life. It's so powerful to creating the opportunities you desire. It's so powerful to bringing in the peace of mind that you are seeking, okay? And if you are seeking change in your life, if you are seeking to live a happier life, a calmer life, to get away from stress, to get away from insomnia, the actions that you take on it every day, on a daily basis, your daily practice, are key to creating that change.
Does this mean what you do in every circle of life?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, 100%. So when we're thinking of our lives, it's how we choose to live our lives at work, what we do at work, what we choose to eat, what we put into our bodies, the way that we treat ourselves, the way that we think about ourselves, the way that we move our bodies. It's very holistic. Our daily practice incorporates every thought and action that you take every single moment of the day.
Does that, I've heard of people, Danny, that say when you do something for 21 consecutive days, it becomes a habit. What is the importance also, in relation to this topic, what's the importance of developing regular habits, like maybe waking up at the same time the day, or sleeping at the same time, or eating at the same time? What is the importance of that?
That is such a wonderful point, Paul, and you're so right that it does take 21 days to form a new habit, form a new behavior. And the importance of making those choices is you are strengthening your ability to create the positive experience that you desire in your life. You are strengthening your ability to make those positive choices. So if you say, I want to wake up every morning at 6 o'clock, for example, why do you want to wake up every morning at 6 when you only need to be up at 8, right? Because I want to get up, I'm going to sit and spend 15 or 30 minutes praying, or just sitting quietly and allowing ideas and thoughts to come into my mind, or just sitting calmly. And then I'm going to go and do some exercise, move my body around, get those positive hormones, endorphins pumping through my body, so that I feel fit, so that I feel trim, so I feel in good shape, I feel good about myself. Those are positive choices that we can make in our daily practice, rather than the ones where we choose to stay up late, eating chocolate, drinking alcohol, you know. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I'm a chocolate lover, so I know.
Yeah.
And I think we're in Lent, aren't we, at the moment?
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone's going to be like, oh. Anyway, and so yeah, rather than making those choices, which, you know, we don't want to judge here. There's not necessarily a good or bad. It's just knowing that, you know, this choice has this consequence, right? So if you want to build up a positive daily practice, if you want to make positive changes in your life, then actually, yes, setting a little schedule for yourself and making a decision to stick to it with love. Remember, we're not here to beat ourselves up if we don't manage to wake up that one day. But the key is that you've set the intention and you're trying, and that's better than not trying at all.
Does it mean that someone is not organized when they don't have a regular time they sleep, a regular time they watch TV? Does that mean there's something wrong with the person? Because for me, I think, yes, some areas have developed a routine, but other areas haphazard.
You're flexible.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe you may not be feeling a little bit under the weather, or maybe circumstances. Perhaps a loved one is unwell. Life happens, and the key is going with the flow. So setting your intention, having a structure, because when you have a structure and you make a decision, you're more likely to stick to it. So you're more likely to succeed. But also allowing yourself the flexibility and the freedom to allow when things change, or just, you know, not be so rigid in life. Because sometimes when we don't plan things out, that's when we create some space for miracles to happen.
Spontaneity. Yeah. What are some of the ways you can help someone to develop maybe regular habits?
Decide what positive habits you want to develop in your life. So you know yourself with your intuition that an action you're taking is not entirely beneficial for you, okay? And when you listen to that intuition, that idea, okay, I want to change this, then you will know what you want to do, what you want to install. So for practical sake, we say, right, I want to exercise 5 days a week. Instead of having fried eggs and white bread for breakfast, I'm going to have boiled eggs and brown bread. I'm going to make a healthy choice. So you can note that down, plan it into your calendar or your diary, and ask someone to join you. Be accountable.
Someone.
Yes, have a friend, have a family member. Let's do this together. And then you can encourage each other. And maybe the one morning you didn't quite get up and your friend said was supposed to meet you, and you said, look, I didn't make it this morning, I can't make it. And they'll say, oh, let's go and exercise this afternoon instead. So you're still kind of making that positive choice, right?
Maybe lastly, there are people that would be wondering, maybe they're not working, they have nothing to do.
Yes.
And now you tell them, Dan is saying that wake up at a particular time every day. Like, wake up to do what? People have ample time.
Yes.
So now, that phase of life when they have ample time, what's a need to have schedules? What's a need to have routines?
Well, if you're someone who is not working and you're maybe looking for work, or you're not working because you don't need to, the key is to have a purpose, right? Because as a human being and mentally, when we lack purpose, this is where we can start to feel low, we can start to make negative choices, we don't value ourselves, and we're not actually fulfilling our soul-aligned purpose in life. And we all have a purpose here. We all have a purpose to fulfill. We all have gifts, right? God-given gifts, divine gifts. Everybody, you, me, the wonderful man behind the camera today,
Yeah.
right? Everybody has a soul-aligned gift, and it's not to sit and feel idle and useless. So actually planning out your day, whatever it is, whether it's helping in the home, helping a family member, going and doing some charity work, making yourself useful, feeling needed, feeling that you're contributing something to life, feeling good about yourself. That's where the importance of a positive daily practice comes in.
That's very, very cardinal. I think most people think you're only useful when you have a job, for example, or when you're going to school. But minus those things, you feel like, why am I doing this? I think those points are very valid. Thank you so much, Danny.
Oh, my pleasure.
Topic. I think through also some of the habits that I should engrave in my lifestyle. Awesome. This is where we end today's edition of this particular segment. We'll continue with Danny Hart on the next topic. Today we're looking at the power of your daily practice. My name is Paul Shingongo, back to the studios.